Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursaleen wa alihi at-tayyibin wa ashabihi al-mukarrameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters, and my dear youth. Let me start today's talk with a fact that I am a firm believer in spirituality, in tasawwuf, in Sufism. Tasawwuf or Sufism in Islam has a long history, and it has, without any doubt, different colors and shades. You must have heard about Qadris, Chishtis, Suharwardis, Naqshbandis, Rizvis, Ashrafis, and so on. These are different spiritual orders or different tariqas within the wider institution of tasawwuf. Indeed, in my opinion, tasawwuf is a part of Islam. Those who say that Sufism is alien to Islam, perhaps they need to reread and review their position. Tasawwuf or elements of tasawwuf are based purely and clearly on Quranic teachings, on prophetic traditions, and on the traditions of Sahaba and great awliya Allah. So those who are against Sufism or against tasawwuf, perhaps they do not represent the true original Islam. This is my view. In today's life, it is also a fact that Sufism has added some of the cosmetic shades, some of the artificial trends. People who are ignorant of Shariah, who are ignorant of Islam, who are uneducated, they are claiming to be the stars of tasawwuf. There are people who are almost jahil, but they have become the champions of Sufism nowadays. So it is a real and genuine question: what to do, how to deal. Shall we reject the tasawwuf completely in order to get rid of cosmetic and artificial Sufis? Shall we abandon it fully? Or we need to be careful, we need to be analytic and try to find the real, true, original elements of tasawwuf and try to polish with those elements of Sufism our morality, our spirituality, our behavior, and our ibadat. In my opinion, this question is genuine, but at the same time, we need to strike a balance. Indeed, none of these Sufis in the history were extremists. Alhamdulillah. We are proud to claim that Islam is not a religion of terrorism. Islam is not a religion of extremism. It is a religion of middle way. It is a life that provides balanced emotions, balanced way of life, balanced way of thinking and behavior. Here, my own submission in this particular respect will be, my dear friends, my dear young people, that you should not hate tasawwuf at all. Otherwise, you will be losing a greater part of morality and spirituality. My own submission, my dear young friends, will be that we must try to take advantage of Sufi teachings and Sufi practices that would enrich our lives, our behavior, our inners and outer shapes and shades of character. And for that, my advice will be, whether you are a Qadri, you are a Chishti, or you follow any other tariqa in Sufism, be a moderate individual. There is a growing tendency, I know, that people, they love their own shaykhs to that extent where they do not recognize the knowledge or the achievement of anybody else other than their own shaykhs. This is perhaps something which is against the moderation, which is the soul of tasawwuf, which is the fundamental article of tasawwuf. And for that reason, I would say that if you read Kashful Mahjoob, the great work of Sheikh Ali Hijweri, who is well known as Data Ganj Bakhsh Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayh, he in his book says that he visited 300 spiritual scholars in the city of Khurasan. Indeed, all these 300 Sufis were not his shaykh. He was a murid of his own shaykh, but at the same time he was benefiting from the practices and from the achievements of 300 great awliya Allah in the city of Khurasan. So similarly, we are, or we should be, the disciple of a Sufi Shaykh who is a real Sufi, but at the same time we must be flexible in our approach, that wherever we get the Islamic knowledge, we should not be hesitant in obtaining it from any genuine source of Islamic morality and spirituality. In that way, with this approach of moderation and i'tidal and tawazun, we can really be a supporter of Sufism, and we can spread the beauties and good educational, moral and spiritual benefits of tasawwuf in our modern time. Thank you very much.